Welcome to another video with Stash the Cash. Just saying hello to Stash the Cash crew. It's me, Mrs. Lex, checking in with another video, and basically I'm just checking in, and on the table there are a few visuals for you that you may have noticed. I've got my £5 note jar, I have my penny jar, I have my £2 coin tin, and I just wanted those visuals on the table so I could point them out to you, because I will be referencing them as I go. As I said before, I'm basically just checking in, but I actually wanted to share some information with you which refers to all my saving challenges. So I just want to list them for you and just tell you how much funds I managed to save from January 23 to June. And the exact figure was £4,017. So now I'm going to talk about how I got there and what this entailed. Well, first of all, a lot of it entailed saving challenges on the fly. I just want to talk about, I may have mentioned them before, but I just want to talk about them. A lot of them have been tracked in my binder, which I have in front of me. So I will be opening the binder and referencing them as I go. So the first one in my binder is the penny challenge, which I started in January. That was the very first challenge that I did. But obviously in the binder, it's logged in as the 24th of the 4th, because that's when I started using the binder. But there is a balance brought forward. So that was the first challenge I did. Then the second challenge was the £10 weekly challenge. And the date on that is the 24th of the 4th. The third challenge is the £5 note challenge, and that was started on the 9th of the 5th. And the fourth challenge was the £2 coin challenge, and that was started on the 29th of the 6th. There is one more challenge that I was doing, but I couldn't reference it in this binder, because it's, you know, like when you go into your, when you're using your bank account day to day and you're doing your normal transactions and so forth, whatever was left at the end of the month, which I referred to it as a 30-day rollover fund, I would actually move it to my savings account. And when I looked back at the amount, the largest amount was £111 and the smallest amount was £45. So I would, whatever the balance was on a monthly basis, I would move it to my savings account, and I continued to do so. So now I'm going to talk about how I managed to save the funds that I just mentioned. Alongside my challenges, I was gifted funds, and obviously in every family you may be gifted funds for different occasions, because obviously there's different events throughout your life and as the years roll by for different reasons. So I think on different occasions you are gifted funds by your family. So I just want to refer to my journey. And in January, as I said, I'm semi-retired and my husband retired in April 23. But prior to him retiring, I was doing some administration work for him, and alongside that doing a lot of phone calls and so forth. And so when he got some funds, he gifted me some, and it was quite significant. So as I was on a mission to save, I just put it in the bank. And then the next significant time was Valentine's, and I was given more funds, so I put that in the bank, and I was soldiering on with my challenges and so forth, and you know, the coins, and doing my thing day by day, week by week. Then in March, as we know, it was Mother's Day, and obviously I had I've got two sons, so I was gifted more funds. So I put that where it needed to be. And then I was still soldering on with the challenges and the rolling over. Then in April, it was Father's Day, and my younger son, obviously he came home for that, and then to follow it was Easter, so we spent some time together. But when he came home, he noticed that I had like this penny jar on top of the fridge, and I had like a penny chart on the fridge. And you know, we spoke about it. He didn't comment, and he didn't really say much, you know, young people. And I don't know, maybe he thought I was a bit doolally, or maybe desperation. I don't know what, he didn't really say much. But anyway, we spent some time together, and you know, Father's Day and Easter, it rolled by. And then he was about to go back to Leicester. So you know, like it is like young people to kind of pack their bags and get together, and they say, Mum, I'm going back. So, you know, it's going back to Leicester. But before he left, he had put a handful of notes in this penny jar, but I didn't notice it because obviously he didn't tell me. So when I noticed it, obviously he had arrived in Leicester where he goes to uni. So I rang him and I said, son, there's a handful of notes in my penny jar. And he said to me, oh, you know, he just wanted to help me out. So I just thought, oh, that was really, really kind of him. You know, he didn't say anything. He just thought, well, you know, I'm on my way. Let me just put these notes in the jar for my mum. And I thought, oh, that was really kind. But because it was notes and not coins, I didn't actually add it to my penny chart because it is notes. So I actually put it in the bank, and then I continued to soldier on, you know, with the rolling over and the funds and the coins, and you know, day by day, week by week, and so forth. So I was continuing to do so. But one thing I wanted to mention, while I was doing all these things and being really diligent, whenever I was tempted to buy something, I would look at the item I was tempted to buy. And the perfect example of that is my husband is a carpenter, and he's built me like a shoe rack, and it's from floor to ceiling. So when I was the last time I was tempted to buy a pair of trainers, I actually went downstairs and I looked at this shoe rack from floor to ceiling, and I'd counted like 8 pairs of trainers in there, and 2 of them was gifted. And the most expensive one was over £300. So then, you know, I counted 8, and I just thought, well, you know, I'm not going to really buy something if I really don't really need it. And this is a perfect example because I have 8 pairs of trainers. The most expensive one I don't really wear, and I wear the cheapest one all the time. So that's a perfect example of maybe spending money that you don't really need to. So I didn't do so. So I kept soldiering on, and I felt like I was doing well, you know, I was going to the bank regular and doing my thing. And then but prior to coming to the end of my journey, around Mother's Day, I actually obviously I was gifted some funds. I actually bought 2 items, but I didn't really, on reflection, I didn't really think that I did much damage because it was only 2 items. I thought, well, 6 months is half a year, and if it's only 2 items, you know, I really didn't spend that much, so I thought I was doing really well. So as the time was rolling by, and I thought to myself, the months are rolling by, when it's 6 months, I'm going to actually go and do a check-in, even though I had an idea that I was doing really, really well. So 6 months kind of surfaced, and I went into the bank to print a mini statement. But I just want to say that before I printed the mini statement, when I am saving any kind of funds, I don't like to have it linked to any other account. I like it to be very separate because I don't know, I think I maybe manage it better. It's not attached to anything, so there's no movement. So anyway, I walked into the bank on this day, and you know, when you walk in and you print your mini statement, and you know, it came up on the screen, and I printed it, and I was actually so shocked. I just couldn't believe it. And I was really, really shocked, really, really happy, and you know, I was just so surprised. So when I printed the mini statement, I put it inside of an envelope, and I'd like to just show you what I actually wrote on the envelope. So I'm just going to go into my binder because I've got it in here. Got it in here, so I'm just going to find it so I can show it to you. So this was the amount, my 6-month check-in. You can see that. And then on the back, I had written how I felt when I saw that amount. And that's what I wrote. Extremely blessed and shocked. And I always said on this channel that I'd like to keep it real. So I actually want to show you the evidence. There's a bit of a scribble on this receipt, but I'm going to try and show it to you. Can you see it in the top right hand corner? £4,017. There we go, keeping it real. And I was really, really surprised and happy, and I was feeling really good about my achievements. And what I actually learned about myself is that I really can save, and I'm not rubbish at it. I don't need a saving app or save by direct debit. I can be disciplined, I can commit, and I have saved my emergency funds, and I feel good about it. And also what I wanted to highlight is that I have a very giving family, and when they give funds, it's never £50 or £100. It's always several. So this adds up quite quickly, and this is something that I've noticed. And the one thing I'd like to highlight is that if I didn't try, I wouldn't know what I was capable of. Because when you take £4,017 and divide it by 6, that is equal to £669 per month. And I managed to pull this off. It was easy, and I had no stress. So therefore, I would like to encourage anybody out there that feels that they can't save, that they should take a leap of faith and try. And I was discussing this with my eldest son, and he said it's really good, and I think so, because I really believe nothing tried is nothing gained, you know the saying. And the other thing that I've noticed is that when your family sees you trying, they're actually your biggest cheerleaders, because they want you to strive and they want you to get to the end. And I've had a lot of encouragement along the way, and I've had a lot of strange looks along the way when they're giving me the coins and so forth, but the end result has been very positive. So I would like to say to anyone out there that thinks that they can't, I'm here to tell you that you can. And to anyone out there that thinks, I'm going to try, I'm going to tell you that you should. And to anyone out there that says that they only have one stream of income, I'm going to tell you I only had one stream of income. And to anyone out there that says I don't have a giving family, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter. And to anyone out there that says it's impossible, I'm here to tell you that it is possible. Excuse me. I just wanted to share my journey, how I got from 0 to £4,017, and for me that's an amazing figure. Maybe to somebody else it might seem mediocre, but I just hope that this short story will encourage or inspire anyone out there that has difficulty in saving or wants to try, or just take that leap of faith, because to be honest, the struggle is real, and we've really got to think ahead, plan ahead, and it's very, very important to save. So once again, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. And remember, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep, and pennies make pounds and pounds have use. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So thank you for tuning in. and take that leap of faith, because you'll feel better once you do it. Thank you very much, and good night.